Hey guys, Jessica here. So today we're going to talk about the Motif Cups and the BabyBuddha pump. So Motif just launched their new cups and they are very similar to the Medela cups or the NCVI cups, both of which have proven to be really popular. So I was really excited to get these. They have the traditional style setup of the original Medela cups, which is very desirable. I don't actually love the Medela cups with the extra O-ring in it. It's kind of just like this extra pain in the butt that you got to deal with. So I was really excited for these, but this review has taken some time, and let me explain why it took some time. So anytime I get a new product, I'm not just giving it a go on my body and seeing what I think and then giving you that recommendation based on that. I'm putting it on the pressure meters. I'm putting it on a couple different gauges. I'm playing with lots of inserts. I'm testing it with different pumps. And if I'm not quite sure I like something, or if I think there is a potential problem with something, testing takes 3 times as long at least, because I don't want to steer you away from a product that you might like, but I also don't want to give my recommendation to a product that's going to take your hard earned money and be spent if I'm not sure that it's going to work. And this is a case where Motif did change a little thing with this, and it's really going to come down to, and pull this off. So you'll recognize that adapter is very similar to the Medela adapter. These are not one for one. So you cannot buy this in order to use it with a Medela cup. You cannot use Medela cup adapter with this cup. So this is a 28 millimeter flange, and they did come with 24, 21, 19, and 16 millimeter inserts. So it did come with quite a few inserts that are designed for the 28 millimeter flange or 27 millimeter flange. I can't remember exactly. I think it's 28 on this one. Sorry, I always get that number confused. But this insert looks like it's a normal size, but let me bend this down so you can see how much actual length you have. So from the top of my finger to here is the length. That is not long enough. The average nipple is actually going to pull right out the back of this, and it's a tapered insert. And what that does is it creates this perfect storm situation for you to mushroom out of it. Mushrooming refers to your nipple pulling past the end of the insert and expanding. So if these inserts work with you, great. If they don't, though, there's just, you're going to have to go get other inserts. Where this gets complicated is that most inserts are made for a 24. So you can put the 24 insert and try and stack inserts in, but that's going to be a problem because it's a tapered insert. So it doesn't quite fit right. You could use the legendary inserts. I did use them with this, but with the legendary inserts, I kept losing suction, which was strange because the outer body of this, I don't believe has been modified from the NCVI cup. I really don't see a structural difference. So with the NCVI cup, I had really good luck with the legendary flange inserts, and with this one, I kept losing suction. Same bra, I had to pull them out and put one on one side, one on the other to confirm for myself, like it wasn't something with how it fit, it's something with the cup. So let's show you what the part that is different. It's the diaphragm and the ductbill. And we talk about this with the BabyBuddha cups and the legendary cups and the Zomi cups. These two pieces right here, this one primarily, they're responsible for the suction that's generated. So the suction is generated as this is pulled against by your pump motor. And then this gets pressure from the diaphragm to close and open to generate the suction and release it. There's something not quite 100% satisfactory with this. It's just not quite there. Now, when I tested these with the Spectre pump, when I tested them with the Motif Luna, with the Motif Duo, it was reasonably decent. It did okay. With Pumpable's Genie Advance, I did see a little bit more of the instability. And when you're pumping with them, the way I would describe that instability is it almost felt like if you've ever been pumping with cups in a bra that's just a hair too loose, and you shift and you momentarily lose the suction, it would feel like that. But then once the diaphragm would fully collapse and then it would get picked back up again by the pump suction, things would be good. With the BabyBuddha, though, it's kind of hit or miss. That longer, stronger pull pattern does work with the longer pulls. It does cut them a little short though, so it's going to be very unique to each person. The BabyBuddha seem to do okay enough with it. My biggest concern would be that it's going to eat this diaphragm alive. So when you're using parts like this with your BabyBuddha, you're going to go through the parts twice as fast. So if the company says, well, this is supposed to last 90 days, with BabyBuddha, I would expect it to last 45 because these diaphragms are not designed for that longer sustained pull. It's designed for the short, quick bursts of the Motif Luna and the Motif Duo. It's not designed for the BabyBuddha pump. So that is important to keep in mind, is that part of the reason I'm not necessarily recommending this is that I don't think this is a great cup for pumps other than what it's designed for, which is going to be your Similaries, your Spectras, your Motifs. Those pumps do okay enough with this. The issue is going to be the inserts. If you fit these inserts and they work well for you, you may be completely fine with it. You may love these cups. If you're using it with another pump, it may not be the best fit. So with the BabyBuddha, this is a maybe. If you have them and you want to use the BabyBuddha with them, give them a try. If you're looking for a cup that's going to cut suction, give it a try. I think the Rumble Tough cups still hold a more consistent suction pattern with the BabyBuddha. So I got about the same readings on them, which doesn't surprise me. The parts are actually very similar. So it's about the same suction as the Rumble Tough, which has been really hit or miss for people. Some people absolutely love the Rumble Tough cups with the BabyBuddha. Other people don't love it so much. It just didn't quite pan out. The pull was just a little too reduced. The suction was a little too short. What happens with cups is the diaphragm moves up until it maxes out in its interior space. So you can see Medela made a much deeper space for their membrane than what uh, NCVI or Motif is using. So even though these cups look similar, there is that structural difference. That's why the Medela cup can pull the really high, almost dangerous suction with the BabyBuddha, is that it has the ability to keep pulling for longer. With this, it's going to quickly pull to the top and max out. Once it maxes out, it's going to collapse to the bottom because this material is just a little stiff. It's going to go ahead and collapse to the bottom, so you're going to lose that pull until the next suction. So if the pump was supposed to be going like this and coming back down, yours is going to be closer to this and it's going to wait longer. So it's going to reduce that length of the pull. All in all, I don't know that I'm going to recommend these with the BabyBuddha. I think they are potentially a good, they should, if your insurance covers this, you may really like these cups. If you're paying out of pocket, the initial cup price of $40 is actually pretty decent. I do like the initial price, but the replacement parts are being sold as a bundle that's designed for DMEs to bill to insurance, which makes sense because Motif and Aeroflow they either are the same company operating under two different names, or they are strong sister companies. If you sign up with Airflow for an affiliate, it's going to run through Motif and vice versa. They're the same company. So it makes sense that this cup, which Airflow has every reason to want a cup that they are not having to pay a third party a percentage of, makes complete sense that they have it set up like that because they are a DME. Their model is to sell you insurance pumps and to sell insurance replacement kits and bill your insurance. They're not really intended to be marketing to moms individually. So for this, if you can get replacement parts through your insurance, it might be worth trying, especially if you can get them for free and give them a try. If you're having to pay out of pocket, I'm a little weary on this one. I just don't think, unless what you're looking for is something that's going to kill the suction, I don't think you're going to fall in love with this cup. So for now, I'm going to give this a strong maybe, but probably not. It's not an inherently bad cup. It's just a very specific cup that appears to be fairly limited use. I don't think it's going to be like the next greatest wide use cup. I just don't see it happening like that. And I don't see it being a very cost effective thing because to replace the duck bills, you have to replace the diaphragms, the inserts, and the tubing because they're sold as a kit. So as long as you have to do that, this cup is going to be almost as expensive as like an LV Stride cup, which is an infinitely better cup that is compatible with more pumps. So I don't think this is it. It's just not something that I think is going to be a huge success with the BabyBuddha. I don't think it's something that I'm going to ever have a real use case to recommend. The times that I would possibly recommend this cup, if you're paying out of pocket, I'm going to send you over to a Rumble Tough cup, which is a better fit for the BabyBuddha than the Motif cup is. So hopefully that helps. Let me know if you have any questions. I wish this was a much happier, yeah, this is a great combo than this review ended up being. Like I said, it took me so long because I did do a lot of testing to figure out what it was that has me saying I don't think this is it. Because I do want to make sure that you're not spending money that you're going to regret and that I am not, not recommending a product that could potentially be good. I don't think this is it. I could change my mind in the future as we see more real-time data with real moms and see okay, this is who it's working for. Maybe we do find somebody that this is a magical fit for. And I promise I'll come back and update if that happens. But as of now, I would say this is probably not it. So hopefully that helps somebody, and happy pumping.